Hello there, my fellow wisdom keepers and seekers. So, I'm Dr. Kara of KH Evolution, and this week I want to speak to you about responsibility, self responsibility, and connecting with the truth within. So, first, I want to hear about how your month is going. How is June of 2022 going for you? The energy is really powerful right now, and it's very active, which makes complete sense when we look at the cycles of nature and the season that we're in, because June is one of my favorite times of the year because we get to celebrate summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere. So it's a beautiful time where there's such an enormous amount of light, and light always makes us feel better. It makes us feel lighter because it helps to break up the density that has been kind of accumulating around us. So it's a great time to detox our lives and detox our bodies. It is also a time where we're inspired to take action and create movement in our lives. And so if we've been feeling stagnant or frustrated or uncertain with summer solstice and this building of light each and every day, we start to feel more and more inspired to take action. Now, the inspiration comes when we are connecting inward to ourselves. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today is when we lose that connection with ourselves, it becomes harder and harder to make high quality decisions that are aligned with who we are and the truth of our being. So I believe that we all have a soul signature, or just like our thumbprint is unique and different, our soul is different, and the soul's purpose is different. And we come into the world and we're groomed and trained to, compare ourselves with others, whether we mean to or not. So let's try to leave the whole blame space out, and just kind of recognize where we're groomed to compare ourselves to the norm, if you will, of society, and compare ourselves to others. And so we're in a season of evolution on our planet where we're breaking those norms, where we're breaking those barriers and those boundaries of what is so-called normal, so that everything can be identified as normal, right? So we all have our own normal, and we should be feeling confident and brave to walk that path of what's normal for us. And so the key to connecting into that inner compass, of connecting into that inner voice and coming to build a relationship to understand who we are as a soul, one of the pathways to do that I found very reliable and fun and exciting and explanatory and exploratory is the cycles of our planet Earth. So when we tap into these cycles like summer solstice and the seasons and the planting seasons, for example, we are gifted these time periods where we can go within and identify with what that cycle might mean to us on a much more personal level. And this helps to break the monotony of what we are perceiving out into the world as being the norm that we must follow. And if you're finding this video through the email that I sent out, you know that for me, connecting in with that inner compass and connecting back to nature didn't happen until I was in my 20s. So most of my childhood, all of my childhood, I really lived more outside of myself than inside of myself. And I talk about how this can lead to physical illness and mental illness and just imbalances in our lives. And the way back, the path back to ourselves, back to honoring ourselves, recognizing our truth, and really recognizing what supports us and promotes health and wellness and balance. It's the instructions are inside. And so we have to find ways, particularly now in a space where everything is kind of chaotic out there and very, very busy. We have to find ways to nurture that relationship with ourselves and nurture that relationship with nature. Both of those pieces, ourselves and nature, are pieces that keep us grounded and keep us centered within ourselves and connected to what's truly, truly important. It's very easy these days to get distracted by social media, by the television, by all sorts of inspiring things that are happening out and around us. And when we get more connected to those elements and we lose our connection to the animals that are around us and the natural cycles that are happening on the planet that are actually supporting us, we get and create these distorted views or perceptions. And we start to live our lives according to beliefs that truly aren't our own beliefs, and they aren't real true. And they tend to lead us down paths that create greater challenges. And while I'm a firm believer that these challenges that we are led to or that our decisions lead us to are absolute healing opportunities and opportunities for growth and evolution, sometimes we repeat the same lesson. We repeat the same aspect of what it is that we're trying to learn or that spirit is trying to show us through our very beautiful souls. And so I want to inspire you right now in the season of summer solstice as we make this transition this month from the direction of the east on the medicine wheel into the direction of the south, where we embrace the light. We open to receive this enormous gift of light from our planet. I want you to feel the invitation to also allow that light to illuminate your sacred self, your soul, and to maybe acknowledge, even if it's just on a deeper level, an aspect of who you are that maybe you haven't been given as much attention to as you could. Something that some part of you that is truly, truly beautiful and something you can be certainly appreciative for. And perhaps you've been overlooking it because you're busy, because you are involved in lots of things, and those things don't stop. But I do invite you to just embrace the heart and spirit of who you are. All right. And before I let you go, I just want to mention that the oil of the month with doTERRA is fennel. Those of you who don't know me well at this point or yet, I hope, I love and am passionate about using essential oils and other supplements and flower essences of the earth. I believe that our plants are enormous gifts and speak a language all of their own. And that language is very much in tune with our bodies and our minds and our feelings. And they offer an intelligence that supports our healing process and the emergence of who we are. And so this month, doTERRA has offered up fennel as the oil of the month. And if you're not sure what that means, just drop me a line so I can explain it to you. But you have an opportunity to receive fennel oil for free. You also have an opportunity to receive a sample of fennel oil from me if you just drop me a line. But fennel oil offers a lot of physical healing properties, such as support to the intestinal tract and support to our nervous system. And from a spiritual space, fennel oil offers up an acknowledgement of our own responsibility, an acknowledgement of our responsibility to ourselves. So in the space of emotional healing, we talk about being a victim or being a receiver of our circumstances or being an active participant. And fennel has a beautiful, majestic way of helping us to embrace the process of becoming an active participant in our own lives. So more fully stepping into that process of actively participating, whatever that means for you in this moment in time. Sometimes it means taking a greater responsibility for our physical health. Sometimes it means taking responsibility or greater responsibility for a thought or a feeling that we have. But fennel has a flavor to it or an energy to it that can help us go a little bit deeper. And by going deeper, we get the blessing and the gift of a greater freedom within ourselves once we move through that process. Another physical aspect of fennel that I meant to mention and I forgot is that it truly helps a mom who's breastfeeding to increase and maintain milk supply. And there's fennel tea, and there's, again, the fennel essential oil that can offer that help and that support. And fennel was a huge support to me when I was feeding my babies, and just the stress of the world was impacting that milk supply. Fennel came to my rescue and helped me to find better ways. And all right, so don't forget to drop me a line in the comments letting me know how things are going for you. How are you feeling? What seems to be coming up? What's repetitive? These are simple, easy ways that we can live in greater synchronicity with the energy on the planet and the energy that's coming up within ourselves in our process of evolution, in our process of healing. So thanks so much for being here, for watching to the end, and don't forget to reach out to me if you think that you might want to try a sample of fennel and you don't have some at home, or you're interested in using fennel on an everyday basis and you want some more information, or maybe another essential oil. Have an amazing week, and I will see you next week, and we'll be 1 week closer to the summer solstice. And last note, don't forget that we have a beautiful full moon coming up on the 14th of the month. So utilize the moon cycles to connect with yourself, go inward, open to receive the beautiful magnetic energy that is coming from Grandmother Moon, and ask what she is trying to illuminate for you in your space, your life, so that you can use this to really emerge into the vibration and the frequency that you came here to be. All right. Thank you so much. Huge blessings to each and every one of you, and be well.